Welcome back to the WTF podcast. I have a special guest for y'all, Maykaylee.
Hello, hello.
We are going to get into it. This is going to be a pretty great podcast. I've been trying to set it up for a while now, but we are busy people, so I'll let her introduce herself.
My name is Maykaylee Jones. I'm 23 years old. I'm born and raised in Boise, Idaho. I started a business last year called Growth with Love, and currently I am working on my creator portfolio.
Awesome. That's awesome. So I got in touch with you through Bellin, and when you guys were, I was kind of just eavesdropping, I'm not going to lie. Eavesdropping on their conversation, and she talked about her business, and I saw the fire, like that passion in her eyes.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to get her on so we can get her story, and also so, we could just build a better relationship because, I started my thing like a year and a half, 2 years ago. So with that being said, we're almost in the same boat. So I'm super excited to get into it. And yeah, so basically, what's your origin story and like the places you grew up? You said you were born in Boise, right?
Born and raised Meridian, technically.
Oh, okay,
so
right.
These are my stomping grounds right
Mm-hmm.
now. Born and raised, went to Meridian Elementary, went to Lake Hazel Middle School,
Oh, okay.
went to Mount View my freshman year, and this is a story for the masses. I was freshman year of high school. I had a presentation, and I care. And I just learned that being nervous is really just a sign of, like, you really care about what you're doing,
Yes.
and you want it to go well.
100%.
But in high school, it's not cool to care about school. So I had done this presentation. I really put my all into it, and it was a very emotional speech, and I got up to speak, and your girl blacked out, red face, ran out of the classroom, never came back to school.
Wow.
I went back for a couple more classes, but I ended up finishing out the year and then not going back to public school.
Yeah.
Did online, graduated early, and then just have been in the workforce since I was 14, working
Same
a
here.
W-2 job. It's the life.
Yeah.
And then I decided, okay, well, what am I going to do? Because I do not want to work for the man for the rest of my life.
I'm right with you.
Yeah. And I am a pretty passionate person, but I don't know what necessarily, I want to do because I'm just so, I'm interested in something. I want to try it, get better at it if I'm enjoying it, and then once I'm satisfied, I'm ready to move on to the next
Right.
project, the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really hard in business because you can't just move on to the next thing.
Yes.
So finding a business model that aligns with being able to, try new things constantly and, constantly being entertained with new things coming along.
Yeah.
Content creation is the way to go.
100%. I agree. And with that being said, it's hard too because it's hard to do the same thing over and over and over and over again, right?
I'll be at a job for a year and I'm I've progressed as much as I can here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to move into management. I don't want that responsibility.
Yeah.
Not that I couldn't do it. I just don't want to.
Right.
So I'm okay, well, what's next?
Yeah. No, 100%. And you bring it up. I always mention this, but for me, I started working as a dishwasher at 14 with my family, and that really taught me the work ethic. And at the age, you're 14, you're going to school, you're going to work on weekends.
Right. I was in 8th grade.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that teaches you at a young age how to be responsible, quote unquote. But for me, I was like, oh, this is cool. I kind of have financial freedom now, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
And I was an idiot growing up. I would just freaking not give a fuck, like you were saying. You know what I mean? In high school, you really just don't care. And now looking back at it, I'm like,
I wish I would have cared.
yeah.
I wish I would have cared. I know, yeah.
Right.
It's a
It's
double-edged
okay.
sword. But.
Yes, it's okay. So I guess go through what's the word? The process, I guess, of you starting your business and how it's been going. You know what I mean?
Totally. Okay, so I met my business partner, Haley Barker, shout out, at Top Golf.
Cool.
That was my new adventure, the new job of the year.
Right.
And I started working there and met her, and she was doing digital marketing stuff, and I was doing web design. I took a course for web design, social media, marketing, that kind of stuff. So we kind of were aligned in the fact that we were on social media trying to build a business out of that.
Yeah.
And I got with her and was like, let's do something together.
Mm-hmm.
Two's better than one. And I was also 20 years old. I was very shy. I was very... I'm still getting comfortable in front of the camera to this day.
Right.
So having her, she was 29 when I met her.
Oh, cool.
So having her just being a little bit older, a little bit more life experience
Yes.
was so monumental to starting that business and, like, actually having a little bit of authority to keep it going.
Okay, yeah, right. I get it.
Because sometimes it doesn't feel like you can really go all in on something unless somebody gives you the authority to do so.
Right.
Like a company coming to you and being like, I have a product, please review it, versus you doing that on your own. It just feels different.
Yeah.
But working with somebody and, like, having each other to, like, motivate each other to do things was great.
Yeah.
We were off to a slow start.
Mm-hmm.
We still are growing our page, so check out growthwithlove.gwl on Instagram.
Yes, I'll put in the bio,
Thank
everything.
you.
Go check it out.
But yeah, so we just started going around to businesses that we like, talking to business owners, putting our name out there, saying we'd love to build a content calendar, do social media for your business, because we genuinely, fully believe in 2025 you're not growing your business unless you're on social media.
Yes.
It's just the way it is now. There is newspapers and magazines, but social media is really where it's at to, like, connect with the community and build that.
Mm-hmm.
So we're both passionate about the fact that social media is how to grow a business. And it works for any kind of business model, social media. So we started that, and it had been a journey. We're learning along the way, figuring stuff out. We did a lot of, like, faceless content in the beginning, trying to attract people, because that was really the trend at the beginning, at the end of 2023.
Right.
A lot of faceless content. So we were doing that, and then transitioned more into businesses and just doing highlight reels of places that we've gone.
Oh, okay.
She just moved away to Arizona, so we're reworking the business completely.
Right.
We were originally a marketing agency, but now we're shifting to a creator agency. We want all the local creators, anybody, not even local, but starting local, anybody who wants to be a content creator, who enjoys going out to places, trying new things, and is happy to capture that on camera.
Okay, cool.
We want you a part of our team. We want you to be under the umbrella of Growth with Love.
Right.
We're creating a community page for our creators to show up. They can come on weekly calls with us, ask questions. We'll provide a lot of resources, things that we learned along the way.
Right.
So that is kind of the direction we're headed towards.
That's awesome.
I'm really excited. Haven't launched it yet, but it's in the works.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing, because then, I mean, for me at least, I'm just thinking about it as, like, a customer, I guess, you know what I'm saying? So let's just say, we get under the umbrella, and I don't have to deal with all the things she had to deal with.
No.
Because she's already learned and she's already experienced that thing. So with that being said, it basically kicks you in the butt and gives you a head start in a way, right?
Yeah, a little bit. And just having that community, I can't express it enough, especially in Boise. There's just not that many content creators.
Yes.
There's a handful, and once you meet them, you notice them.
Right.
But there is not that many out here, so it is kind of intimidating or lonely to start making content.
Yeah.
So to have someone to be like, no, girl, it's good.
Right.
Is so nice and motivating, and just, like, if you're stumped and, don't have any inspiration for the week, or you get trapped in the doom scrolling and you just feel like nothing I put out is ever going to be as good as what I'm seeing, it's so nice to have a third perspective to just be like, no, you're starting, you're doing great where you're at, keep it going, you're only going to get better, people love to see the progress.
Yes.
So just creating a community of support within content creators, I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, no, and I'm excited. I see that future. That's also another reason why I wanted to get you on the podcast, so I can capture the moment of, like, oh my gosh, it's exciting, but like, and then all of a sudden I get you on in a couple months and you're like kicking back in Cabo or something.
I know. Well, fingers crossed.
You're right.
But no, totally. It's so hard.
You're good.
Paralysis analysis is something that I am still working on.
Yeah, get into that.
So for me, paralysis analysis is when I will have an idea, or I'm going to start a YouTube channel.
Okay, cool.
I've been thinking about this YouTube channel for probably 6 months, and I'm just thinking about what's my first video going to be, and I try to lay out every camera angle that I want to get for the video, and I'm thinking about what I want to say, and I'm thinking so much that it never gets done.
Yes, I get it.
So knocking
Trust
that
me.
off is my goal this year, and just doing, like, getting out of my own way.
Yeah.
Just set up the camera and do it. Like,
You
it
got
doesn't
it.
have to be perfect the first
Yes.
time. It's going to get better the
Mhm.
more you do it. So, like, just do it. And no one loves someone that slays the first, like, right out the gate.
Right.
People love to see that progression
Yes.
of where you started and where you're at. Like, that's what people want
Yes.
to follow you for.
Yeah.
They may like your video if you're already, you know, doing best work, but
Right.
they want to follow your journey.
Mm-hmm.
So
100%.
trying to just get out of my own way and put out the content,
Yeah.
just put up the camera and film something
Yeah.
is the motto
Right.
for 2025.
Yeah. So for you, what would you say would be the best way to get out of the paralysis analysis? Like, would it be go on a hike? Would it be kind of reviewing your content and kind of getting ideas from there? Because what I always tell people, for me at least, is the hardest step in starting your content journey is step 0 to 1. And 100% that's true, because, you know, you're thinking about it forever and ever and ever. For me, like, I had 3 or 4 audio episodes up, and my homie was like, dude, you need to get video up. Like, people enjoy your voice, but people want to see you. Yeah, jinx. But people want to see you, you know what I mean? So I pulled out my retirement money, invested into my camera, and it was the best decision I made, because of the reason of now I kind of have like a best friend. Like, my camera's with me all the time, and it's capturing moments, and whether I use it or not, that's okay, you know what I mean?
At least you have it.
Yes,
that is the thing too, is like, even if the paralysis analysis, even if you're not going to use the footage, just do it.
Yeah.
So my advice to anybody who's trying to get over this, I'm still working on mine, but just put down the phone, get off of Instagram. Comparison is the thief of joy. Your video is you. It's going to be great. It's not going to be the best, but it's going to be great because you made it and you hopefully loved what you're putting out. And that's kind of my mindset as well when going into it. So staying off of social media, not so much. Yes, I'll go for a little bit of inspiration, but I'm trying to just not, because then I'm trying to live up to somebody else's standard
Right.
of what
Good point.
to put out. So just getting off of that and then just doing it.
Mm.
Just doing it. Even if I am not using the footage, just do it.
Yeah.
And then my third advice would be to make sure you love it. Because if you love it, nobody can say anything that should make you feel like change your mind about it.
Awesome. No, that's great advice. A big topic, I guess, recently is like, just because someone is being negative about your content and someone's hating doesn't mean you're doing something wrong, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, it's always funny because I've gotten, ever since I started the podcast, I've gotten nothing but good reviews and all this fun stuff, and I'm like, wow, everyone likes my show, but no one's giving me criticisms on it yet. And now that a bunch of people are coming to me and you know, being like, hey, do this, and I'm like, wow, I am so excited for the future, only because, like,
It's going to get better.
it's the beginning. It
Yeah.
still feels like the beginning,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's really exciting. But I guess moving on, what are some hobbies that you had, like, growing up, and what are also some hobbies that you enjoy doing now?
Well, I will say that I've always been a hustler.
A diva is a female version of a hustler.
Absolutely. And I started getting out there and getting after it in 3rd grade. Me and my best friend, who is now my sister, we made business cards for every single service you could think of. Car wash, dog walking, raking your leaves, all seasons. We had it all on a business card, passing them out in the neighborhood.
Wow.
Trying to get some money so we could go to the gas station.
Right.
And then eventually we actually became sisters, moved in with each other, and then we were doing lemonade stands.
Awesome.
We were out there on the corner dragging our table to the main street.
Holy crap.
With our pitcher of lemonade trying to sell.
That is
Go
real.
to the gas station.
Right.
But it was fun, of course. It was just kids being kids.
Yeah.
But as I got older, obviously, selling lemonade isn't going to make you the big bucks.
Yes.
So, and hobbies-wise, business is one of my biggest hobbies. Pursuing, like, a legacy, pursuing financial freedom for my family, for me, is a hobby. But aside from that, I love to golf.
Wow, cool.
Working at Topgolf got me into it.
Yeah,
If y'all
that'd
could
do
have
it.
seen my swing 3 years ago, oh, God. But now, Tiger Woods has some competition.
Right?
So.
Hey, there we go. I'm going to call him. No, I'm just kidding. The Masters are on right now. But, no, that's cool. I would have never guessed golf.
Yeah,
that's
I
awesome.
really enjoy that. Tennis, trying to get better at that.
Okay, cool.
Played in middle school, so trying to
awesome.
get a little more of my Zendaya challengers.
Yeah, you kind of look
on.
like Zendaya.
I'll take it. She's gorgeous.
Right.
But yeah, tennis and golf for sure, and then I might have a little pop star career in the future. We don't know.
So what you mean? You like singing, dancing?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So I've taken several dance classes in Boise now.
Awesome.
It's a good time. It sets my soul literally on fire. Like, there's nothing better than just, like, vibing to some good music.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I hopefully one day will get into that. I've written a couple song lyrics.
Cool. That's awesome.
Trying to build a song out, and then practicing my vocals.
Yeah.
Hopefully going to get a vocal coach and then a dance coach.
Cool.
One-on-one. So.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Singing and dancing is one of my hobbies too. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it should be natural. I'm Puerto Rican, so all I do is want to party. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Totally kidding. But yeah, I think that's cool, and I think having that as a hobby is awesome too, because you kind of get to express how you're feeling, in your lyrics.
And I don't want to make it my business just yet, because
that's totally cool.
I'm learning, I'm getting better, and I feel like if I made it my business, the pressure would make me not want to do it.
Yes, and also with the other things going on, it'd be more of not a burden, but
a chore.
Yeah. And I think you'd enjoy it better if you kind of were more loose with it anyways, right?
Yeah, and it just, like, something about singing and dancing gets you in this flow state.
Yes.
And it's describable, but almost feels undescribable, because you're just, like, you have no sense of time, you have no sense of your body, you're just truly enjoying everything around you. There's nothing like it. So.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I'm happy that you're getting into it, because, it's a fun journey, I guess.
Do you produce?
A little, but not really crazy. Like,
are you rapping?
More filming.
Okay.
So I hang around rappers, you know what I'm
gotcha.
saying? Like, so that being said, I guess I'm, kind of in the mix, but I'm kind of done spitting a little bit, just because I got this going on, you know what I mean? And I have a bunch of friends who are in it, so I kind of get the feeling of, producing and all that stuff from them, like seeing them do their craft, so that's kind of like the vibe I'm going, like dealing with right now. But I definitely would make music and stuff like that. But for me, I'd probably sing, like, because rapping's cool and all, but I think, all right, Nate Dogg is one of the greatest artists of all time. I respect Nate Dogg a lot, and
shout out.
Yeah, and if I did end up doing music, it'd be something similar to his sound, singing for the people and, like, singing, like, through pain, I guess, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, my song lyrics right now are pretty, I don't know how I'm going to sing it without crying, so we'll see how it develops, but I definitely need somebody who's more lyrical than me to help with the flow.
Right.
So I was just wondering where you were at in the music space. Definitely going to be calling you when I'm ready to produce a music video.
All right. Yeah, there we go. I also write a lot, so I can give you a little...
Amazing.
Yeah. I write a ton. So, yeah, I mean, whenever you need, like, a second opinion, if you will, I'm always here, so...
I love feedback.
Right.
Feedback is really... Some people can't take it. But if you're giving it to me respectfully, I love feedback.
Right. I'm the same way. I'm the same exact way. And it's hard, too, because someone will give you feedback, and you're like, because this is my thought process, I guess. You're like, dude, you don't know what you're talking about. And then they're like, and it's not an argument necessarily, but it's kind of hilarious when someone with zero experience is trying to tell you, like, how to do your craft. It's just like, I'm just going to cold shoulder you real quick and do my own thing. No, but... I get it, and I understand both sides of, like, being angry at feedback, but also, like, using the feedback to actually improve your craft. That's why you're, at the end of the day, that's why people are trying to give you feedback, because, they either care or they don't care. It doesn't matter, take it how you want it, and each is their own, right?
Right, and, like, I love feedback. I'm not necessarily going to take your advice.
Right.
But I do appreciate a different perspective, different opinion, because maybe I can see it through a different lens and then decide, okay, maybe that is a direction I'd like to go.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I agree. And it's fun, too, because this isn't new necessarily, but, like, in Idaho, I guess, you know what I mean? And it's just interesting how it's going, you know what I mean? I have so much optimism for the future, you know what I'm saying? For Idaho, at least, because there's a lot of creators, there's a lot of artists coming out, and ever since I started the podcast, a lot of people are starting to be like, oh my gosh, like, it's time to start doing something because this is the only guy fucking doing it. No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah, I love inspiring people. That's one thing that I love doing is, like, motivating people, inspiring people. I work my ass off, and I'm kind of a workaholic, but I enjoy working only because I want to, I guess, lead by example. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what I see in you is that just that passion, you know what I mean? And I'm excited to...
That dog in you, just get out there and do it.
Yes, there we go. And for real, though. And, yeah, and... I saw that right away when we met, so that's why I was like, I gotta get her on, you know, gotta get her story on my podcast because it's awesome.
It means a lot. Sometimes in the, you know, journey of things you don't really realize, sometimes you're not getting feedback.
Right.
And I feel like sometimes I get no feedback, and that's the worst to me because I'm like, whether it's good or bad, I would just like some feedback. I'd like to know what the people are thinking. Yeah. My Instagram is full of ops. My TikTok, great time over there. I got a little community family over there. Awesome. It's so fun.
That's cool.
TikTok, a bunch of haters.
Yeah, no, a bunch of haters, a bunch of people who wish they were you, by the way.
I don't know about that, but I do think it is like Instagram is so serious.
Yes.
Instagram is so serious. TikTok is just like a fun little like hee hee ha ha time.
Right.
But like Instagram, you got to be on your shit.
Yeah.
You need to be the best, top quality, the best content, whatever.
I know, it's so annoying.
I'm trying to get away from that. I would like to be someone who like promotes authenticity, like just give us the real tea.
Right.
Just put out what you love.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't be like a
competition necessarily.
Yeah, to like who's doing the best, which is what Instagram feels like. And maybe that's a me thing. It could be. But I feel like it's so serious over there.
I'm going to have to agree with you only because it's like they would rather push the people that are winning. You know what I mean? And with that being said, that's okay. And honestly, I get a lot of inspiration from Instagram, but you are right, 100%. Instagram is a lot more serious. And then it's weird, too, because it's like why? Like, why does it have to be so serious? And then on top of that, there's a bunch of content on there that shouldn't be on there, like murder and crazy shit. Like,
yeah,
and then
there is a lot of like scandalous things.
Yeah, and then on top of that, like I'd post, you know, something funny, you know, something that's just funny, and I'd get flagged for it. And I'm like, wait, so I can't post me saying a funny joke, but these people can like post cartel videos, like literally that bad, man. Weird. Yeah, the guidelines are strange, and honestly, there is no fucking guidelines, and it's just like,
thank you, Elon Musk.
Right? No, I mean, it's a gift and a curse at the same time, like, because now it's just like, oh, I can't use it's just stupid. But Instagram is Instagram at the end of the day.
Wait, is it Mark Zuckerberg that owns Meta?
Yeah.
Or is it? Oh.
Zuck owns Meta, but Elon bought X.
But who owns? But Meta owns Instagram.
Yeah. But
so is it Zucker?
Yeah. It's the Zuck buck. But
he's turned into a little daddy. I don't know what social media training, what was coming across his FYP.
Yeah.
But he is doing something that makes all the ladies want him.
Yeah, it's jiu-jitsu, by the way. He's a brown belt, I think, or right under a brown belt. Purple.
All right, well, gentlemen, get to your local jiu-jitsu class.
Boys, you hear it from her. You know what I'm saying? Don't be slacking in the gym.
No.
But I mean, it's cool. Zuck has always been like a nerd guy. He's always been probably behind his computer. So when he finally starts to roll, he's like, oh, I'm a man.
Yeah, but he's giving like frat boy, like I don't know, but something about it, the people are loving it.
Right. Also building bunkers in friggin' Hawaii, but we don't worry about that. Right, do your thing, billionaire. Right. No, but I think the world is going through a big change right now, and we're kind of just waiting. You know, does that kind of what it feels like? It's kind of like in like a little standstill.
It really does. Not even like, standstill, but also so many things are happening, at least politically, with all like just stuff going on that it feels like I'm so lost.
Yes.
Because there's so much going on. I'm like, I can't even keep the storyline straight because there's so many. He's there, he's here. Like, people are doing this and that, and I am like, I guess I'm along for the ride.
Yeah, no,
I'll
and
keep doing me.
It's not just you. I feel like that's the majority of people, and you have to really take the time to, like, check when it comes to politics, at least, like, cross your T's and dot your I's, right? And you know, for me, politics is a big thing too because I grew up with politics. My grandpa was the mayor.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah. My grandpa was the mayor of New Plymouth, so I kind of grew up around politics a lot. That's why it's not really taboo to me because, you know, it's just that's life. You know, do you want dirty water in the city or do you want to clean it up and spend a few freaking million? You know what I mean? So it's just like at the end of the day, I get politics, but it's hard to talk about politics because a lot of people just don't know.
Right. The uneducated people talking about politics is wild.
It's kind of hilarious, to be honest.
It really is because they're just regurgitating things that they've heard online. And I'm like, did you look any deeper into the title of that article?
Yeah, literally. And then, like, the first paragraph it says, or, like, the end of the first paragraph it says, actually, this is a fucking joke.
Right. No, it is kind of wild to hear some people's opinions.
Right.
No shame, no judgment. Like,
100%.
you, as long as you're being a good person, like, I don't really care what you believe.
Yes, I agree.
But for me, I'm very much not on anybody's side.
Yes.
I'm not on anybody's side. I want whatever's best for the country. And I honestly don't know what that is.
Yeah.
There was great things on both sides this year in this election. Some people may not agree with that. A lot of people won't agree with that.
Right.
But there was positives and negatives on both sides of the aisle.
Always, right?
Like always.
Yeah.
So I think the real problem is that we, like, categorize and almost become racist against the other group.
Right, like bipartisanship, if you will.
Thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
Right.
I just don't think it's cool that morally, I feel like we should hopefully all be on the same page. But as far as, like, what you want to do and what I want to do, you shouldn't be able to just cast away an entire group of people because they chose this person. Yeah. And saying that they are fully backing every single thing that one person says. Like, my parents do enjoy Donald J. Trump. Right. But do they agree with everything he does and says? No.
Yes,
so
100%.
I can totally see where some people would be like, you support him, I'm out of here. Yeah. Or the opposite side, where if you enjoy anything Kamala does, you're an idiot. Right. So it's just unfortunate that that's how our world kind of works at the moment, is separating ourselves.
Right. I think I hate it all started with 2016, I think. It's just people can't have a real conversation. It doesn't have to, like, we're going to debate and argue, but why are you just going to, A, shut me down for my beliefs and not even listen to what I have to say, right? Yeah. And then B, kind of having already that judgmental mind, like, you're going into the conversation knowing that you're not even listening to this person.
Right, you're not even taking into account, like, the possibility of their side. You can't even picture it. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to change your point of view. Right. But can you at least understand and critically think about their point of view? Yeah,
no, 100%. Wow, that's awesome. And I just think it's interesting because, like, it's people, and it's not lazy necessarily. It's just people who are closed-minded. I think a lot of people are closed-minded nowadays, and rightfully so. There's a lot of stuff going on, you know. And with AI coming out, with the deep fakes and everything going on, people just don't know what's happening for real.
Right, there's a lot of misinformation.
Yes. And that's what makes it hard to even, you know, realize what's going on. And on top of that, it's not even American politics. It's almost feeling like now we have to, not only do we have to worry about the
our soil, but the whole world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for completing that because I was blanking.
I got you.
I appreciate it. No, but yeah, and then it's weird because it's like, why do I have to worry about what's going on with King Charles? But, well, King Charles is, you know, in charge of Parliament and blah, 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 blah. And it sucks because it's like, I don't want to be, I like to stay informed, but it's just fluff at this point. Like, I'd rather just go read a book, man. You know what I'm saying?
Go read a book. Get out, turn off the news and go read a book outside.
Yeah. And that goes for everybody, y'all. Like, the news is going to be the news regardless of... You can't change it, right?
Right. Don't take it so... Well, I shouldn't say that. I was going to say don't take it so serious, but it is a serious thing to talk about and to be informed about. Like you said, I don't think it's people are dumb. I just think that they're uneducated on the topic.
100%. Right, it's ignorance.
Yeah. And ignorance is bliss. So
Yes.
but don't speak on it.
Right.
Don't speak on it if you are choosing to be ignorant. Like, that's totally okay.
Preach,
but
sister.
don't speak on it.
Right. No, don't speak on it. And, honestly, I'm happy that you brought up politics because I feel like a lot of people our age are, like, tiptoe with politics, and it's just like, why? Like, why do we have to be this way? And I get it, a lot of changes are happening, a lot of changes have done happen, so, I understand where we're coming from with, like, the ignorance. It's like, I don't want to be informed because I don't even want to know. I think that's kind of the mindset that's going on in America right now, and, I think things are going to change in the positive direction, because we've been dealing with a lot nowadays, and not just Americans, but a lot of people.
I'm praying.
Right? Yeah, no, same here.
Well, and that's, like, one thing, too, is if you're a believer in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, then you most likely are feeling fine.
Yeah.
I believe that it's in God's hands. Whatever's meant to happen, he was obviously supposed to be our president. So I'm going to let it play out.
Yeah, there we go. I love that mentality because it's like, at the end of the day, what can you do?
What can I do? Not much. Talk about it.
Right? Hey, that's fine with me, you know what I'm saying? So I guess the last little question, well, it's not the last one. I wish we had more time, but we'll stay until
we can get a part 2.
Oh, yeah, easily. 100%. I got you. We might need a part 2. But what kind of inspired you? I guess you kind of touched on it a little bit, but what kind of inspired you to start the business and finally like walk me through that feeling of actually like taking that first step, I guess.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. So I would say that I did not. Okay, hold on.
You're good.
I'm gonna get you a good clip.
All right, there we go. I'm clipping.
So my life started out living in the ghetto of Meridian, Idaho.
Okay.
My mom, single mom of 2, doing the thing,
Yeah.
working all the time, giving us the best life she could. So I just never got to see her have it all.
Oh, okay.
And there's something about wanting to provide that and show them that it's possible, because it almost became a mindset within her that it isn't attainable. Like financial freedom and getting to do extravagant things is just not in the cards for her,
right.
Which I don't believe. If you want it, you can have it. You just have to work for it just a little.
Yes.
So I kind of want to be the example for my family. Like, I want to be the person that shows them, like, no, you could become a millionaire if you wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
Like, no, you can go on
a
trip to Japan to go to Disney World. Like, these are attainable things. These aren't things that are only for certain kinds of people. Like,
right.
You are these people, too.
Yes.
So being able to give that to my family is going to be the greatest gift of my life.
That's awesome.
So that is a big reason why I want to be so rich and famous.
Right.
Not even famous, just wealthy.
Yeah. Financial freedom.
Yeah, they're just showing them that it's possible.
Yeah.
Because they even still are like, they see where I'm going. They see, like, the positive things. They see, like, the little bit of impact it's making. But they still aren't like, okay, you're not going to be wealthy off of this.
Right.
But keep pursuing your dream, girl.
Yeah.
But it is possible. So I just want to, I truly believe anything is possible. So that's kind of my goal in life, is to show people that.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I agree to that. I've always seen my parents work their ass off, and me and my little brother had like a thing. It's like, dude, we got to retire our parents because they've worked too hard, and it's the same exact way. I love what you said earlier. I love what you just said because it resonates with a lot of people, I think. And,
I think so too. Yeah.
That to me that means a lot, only because a lot of people aren't going through the same thing, and regardless of whether or not you act upon it or not, ultimately it's up to you to change you. And I love what you said earlier, because once you finally make that change, that brings about so many more opportunities for not just you but for your family. And that's just why that was awesome.
Breaking generational curses.
Yes.
Like, it really is such a horrible mindset that they have, and it like tears me up, like to talk to them sometimes. I'm like, you guys just don't get it. Like it breaks my heart that you guys don't feel that you can have it all. You can have whatever you want. Like, not that it's going to be given to you, but it's obtainable if you want to like make a plan for it. So that was kind of on my heart when I decided to spend $3,000 on this web design marketing course, and was like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to create my own business selling websites and, you know, get into marketing. Yeah. But then it kind of happened with Haley, and that transpired into a beautiful thing. Yeah. And here we are today.
Here we are. That's awesome. That's a great story. I guess right before we wrap it up, I have one more question. I ask it a lot. Work ethic versus talent. Do you think that everyone is talented, or that you need work ethic to kind of beat talent? What do you think?
Great, fabulous question.
Because for you, in my mind, I
have no talents.
I'm thinking, well, exactly, right?
Yeah, but I have the work ethic to be good at something, even though I'm not great at anything yet. So yeah, I don't know, but I do think people are born with a little bit more beautiful of a voice than others. Okay. Or I do think people have a little more knack for moving their body in a way that others can't when dancing. Or so I think everybody's born with a little passion in them, and whether they choose to nurture that passion through work ethic is what becomes a talent.
That was awesome.
That's my tea on that.
There we go. That's exactly what I was looking for. Wow. Because, I can't even add anything to that, by the way, because that was, like, perfect. But how I see it is that she's been working so hard. So she has the work ethic, and now she's almost talented because of that work ethic. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've worked so hard at one thing and sharpening that one knife for a long time. Now, you might not feel talented, but for an outside source looking in, you are talented.
Thank you.
You are talented, and you do have a bright future, and just, keep going, and don't let anyone bring you down, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like I said earlier, you only got yourself, so just keep pushing. Oh, yeah, amen to that, too. Yeah, I always forget, sometimes there's always
you forget. He's standing right behind me, making sure this podcast goes well. He's with me in all things that I do. But truly, like, the last thing that I just want to, like, just touch on really quick is, like, just be passionate. Be, like, even if you feel silly about your passion, be passionate about it. Because I would never dog on someone, or even if I don't agree with what they're doing, or, like, it's not my hobby, but seeing someone's passion for something you can't discredit that. Yeah. You can't discredit somebody's passion for something. Even if they're not good at it, like, you're passionate about it. So it's like, I can't even discredit and say, this isn't for you. Because you're passionate about it. Right. So really chasing your passions is what I hope everybody gets to pursue in their life, because it's what life's about, I think.
Awesome. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Go out there, chase your dreams, and if anyone has a problem with it, just be like, all right, cool, but at the end of the day, this is me, and if you want to change me, then you're going to have to take that up with me. You know what I mean? Because it's me, myself, and I, plus God.
This is my life.
Yeah.
This is my life. Absolutely. You said it great.
Right.
Thank you so much for letting me come on and
yes, of course. The time flew by. It's already been 40 minutes.
They're going to kick us out.
Crazy. Yeah, they're going to kick us out eventually. But thank you for hopping on and sharing your story. I feel like we kind of scratched the surface, but it's okay, because we'll get you in at another time. No worries about that.
Part 2's coming, y'all.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. This has been a great episode. I'm so excited to edit it and finally release it. It's been a long time coming, so thank you again, Maykaylee, and what the fuck is going on?